So, okay. Oh, I also got a transformational haircut this week too. Where like literally shaved my head to a place that I've never ever done, literally. So here we are. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to your Sunday morning practice. Okay, I did lay out my cards and I'm just going to choose a mantra card to guide us. And oh, I mean, I am loved. I am loved. I am loved. I am loved. I am deeply, deeply loved. You are loved by the people who love you, but you are loving yourself right now in this time. You are loved. You know, Judith Hanson-Lassiter, one of my teacher guides who lives in California, she always ends every practice off with, love yourself and everyone else in that order. Love yourself and everyone else in that order. I am loved. I'm loved. Let's start with this little heart mudra, right? All the kids do, oh, heart, but this is a mudra. The backs of the nails are together. You touch your thumbs, bring it in front of your heart. You can even, hold it on your chest, lift your heart. As you exhale, let the tailbone drop, your chin drop, your shoulders drop, your jaw drop. And feel for this moment that flow of energy from your heart. Just like your breath flowing in and out. The energy of your heart flowing out and surrounding you with the power of your own love, of your deep love, of your self-love. As you sit in the presence of yourself, feel your breath, hear your breath. Soften your shoulders, your jaw. And now keep this mudra. Notice where the thumbs are. Push the thumbs into that part of your body and drop this mudra down, like the heart is upside down now. And you still have the same mudra. Here we hold our fire center, our power center. This place in our gut where sometimes, we hold nervousness and fear and anxiety. But we also hold our fire, our power. And you can remember a time in your life where you were called on to be fierce. And sometimes, you have these moments where we're like, I don't even know where that came from. That power, that fierceness, that protectiveness. It came from deep, deep within and from your self-love. And keep your thumbs exactly as they are and extend the fingers now so the pads of the fingers touch. And then extend your hands. So press the fingers down, the thumbs up, drop the shoulders again, lift your heart. And feel yourself here now encompassing the bottom 3 chakras. Earth, water, fire. The flow of creativity. And we need to be in the flow. That means, when we're in places of fear and insecurity, we tighten here. We restrict ourselves. So for this moment, no matter what's happening in your life, open yourself to the flow of your breath, to the softening of your pelvic floor, the softening of your jaw. I am loved. I am love. I am loving. I am loved. I am love. I am loving. Keep your hands where they are now, but bring the thumbs down as best as you can to lay against the index finger pad. And And then extend the hands till the palms come together, still pointing down. And imagine here you offering this energy within you, with your hands laying on your belly somewhere here. You are offering fear and insecurity and anxiety. You're offering it out. And perhaps now you can remember a time in your life where you were scared and insecure and fearful. And how no matter what, things unfolded as they needed to and as they were going to. And perhaps, you to take action. But without holding on to that, at some point, you had to let it go and be in the flow of what was to be. Soften your jaw. And as you inhale now, feel this like rising like new moon to full moon. Let the fingers come out in front of you as you lift these hands up towards your heart. With the palms pressed together, uniting all parts of yourself, the parts you love and the parts you don't love so much. And feel that loving hand, loving side flowing to the side that you don't love as much, those parts of you that maybe you keep hidden. And feel in the power of your hands and the flow of your heart, this invitation for great self-acceptance, for embracing all of your gifts as you are, for acknowledging your strength, for acknowledging your softness, for acknowledging your presence, your power, and your great empathy. Feel your breath move through your body, as within, as without. Inviting in and inviting out. And be with that until you feel this equilibrium and this balance between the energy surrounding you and the energy within you. Soften your third eye, your jaw, your shoulders. Bowing your chin with great reverence. I am loved. I am love. I am loving. As you begin your next inhale, lengthen yourself, lift your chin, and allow the exhale to be a release. Take a nice full breath in like that. Release your exhale. One more time. Feel the flow in and the equal flow out. And we'll open practice and call ourselves home. And we recite the great mantra of Om 3 times. Inhale. Bow your chin, release your breath. Pause here in this space Receive what you're offering. Release your hands to your thighs. Lift your chin and open your eyes. All right, awesome. Thank you guys. Okay, we're going to continue. We're just going to continue this kind of path we started and just start really slow. And we're going to start with Supta Baddha Konasana. So I have a bolster here that's laying over the bolster. And we're going to just open these bottom 3 chakras. If you don't have a bolster, you'll just stack some blankets. Whatever you do is perfectly fine. And then I'm going to have a blanket to cover myself. Might use my eye pillow. We'll see. You can also put a block underneath your bolster if your back is tender and this doesn't feel good. And just lift it up with a little bit of height. You might like that anyway. If you know that your head tends to drop back when I say tuck your chin, then a little block there will do that trick for you too. And then I'm going to sit on the floor with the bolster here. I'm going to lie back. Again, you can also take yourself forward of the bolster and lie back if you need to. I want to feel an opening from the navel to the pubic bone. Here, I just heard heart give a big exhale. This is so grounding, such a nourishing pose. Okay, so I just started by crossing my legs, and you can have your legs stretched out or your knees bent. Just take a few moments to just feel what you need. If you need another blanket, whatever you need. And then after a few breaths or a few moments here, then maybe if you feel ready, we'll bring the soles of the feet together and the knees open. And because this is the beginning of our practice, really support yourself under each thigh. So I just rolled a blanket. You might use a block underneath there too. And I always like to kind of angle the blocks so I get a flat face on my thigh. So whatever you need. I'm just going to get more blankets. And notice too, my friends, if your shoulders are a little tight, then you might even take another blanket and just lay it down to support your arms a little bit here. So the drop off to the floor isn't so big. Okay, so it just says I'm getting ready, and you might be in it already. I'm going to just take a blanket to cover myself. I'm just going to tuck it right underneath my feet, so it'll hold the soles of the feet together a little bit. And we'll take it out. And again, we're going to add an eye pillow. Okay. And then just allow yourself to feel the supports of all the props. And if it's not enough props, then go and get more props. So you can be as supported. If you need something underneath your hips, then take a moment and do that. Do everything you need so you can really drop in to this very open pose. Your heart is open. Your wings are open. Your pelvic floor, your belly, your inner thighs, your throat. All of these places in our bodies that are soft and vulnerable are open. And if that feels too vulnerable, then if you haven't covered yourself, if you cover yourself, it's a little bit of a protective shield. Just feeling your breath. Noticing if the breath feels tense in any place, or that you're holding on, restricting in any place. And just noticing these places, and the body needs to hold on to them, then you can acknowledge that. Or just be with the gentle flow of your breath and invite these places to lovingly soften and let go. And at the same time, as you're dropping and releasing any tension you feel in the outer body, and feel the tension and the soft release of your eyes as they draw inwards. With the great into me I see. With great intimacy and great love for what you bring to the mat today, for this experience and this moment and this time to just simply be. And there's tension in the jaw. And as you let the lower jaw go, feel how the tongue just finds a home, a place to relax. As if the tongue, the back of the tongue is just resting into the back of the throat. How your throat can soften. Now becoming aware of any vibrational energy you feel in your palms, in your skin, the base of your spine, base of your pelvic floor. Vibrational energy through the belly, the low belly, your earth, your water, your fire center. And bringing your awareness now more deeply inside to the flow of your breath and the ebb and flow of your body, responding to the flow of your breath. Just opening the sensory of your ears to really listen to the flow of your breath in the insides of you. And just noticing again any tension that may have gathered in your third eye and your eyes, your tongue, your jaw. To feel yourself heavy on the earth and heavy in your supports. To remind yourself of your connection to the earth and the earth within you. To feel the flow of the waters within you. To feel these waters connected to the flow and the cycles of the moon. To feel your fire center just above your navel. And to fan the flames of this fire with the bellows of your breath in this very gentle, nourishing, grounding way. Feel the breath expanding through your belly center. And slowly expanding right through the fire center, the mid-belly. With the inhale and the exhale of your breath. Calling in balance between water and fire. So we have what we need to keep us strong, and we have what we need to keep us soft. I am love. I am loved. I am loving. I am love. I am love. I am loving. Sorry. Stay as you are. We'll just very lovingly start to move here just by wiggling your fingers, maybe making a fist and opening your hands a few times. And then rotating the wrists. Drop your jaw. Then rotate your wrists in the opposite direction. It might turn into figure eights, whatever it is. You can add the fingers, the breath, and then adding the toes. You can extend your legs out or bend your knees, whatever you need to do. Just stretch the arms over your head as if you're waking up from a delicious nap. Just flexing your feet or pointing your feet, whatever feels good, just being intuitive here. And And we're just going to bring the right knee into your chest. I'm going to stay on the bolster. I still have my eye pillow on. Nothing's changed except bringing this right knee in. And if it's too much to bring it in and you had a blanket over you, you can always use that blanket as a strap and just put it over the leg and hold it. Draw that right knee in. Let your jaw go. Soften your shoulders. You can gently pulse the knee in and out. And last week we did a little bit of this. Here I'm just going to add the left leg. So I'm just going to extend the left leg right through the heel. And continue just pulsing the right knee. Might even add a little bit of taking the left toes away. Good. You can do this with the left leg bent as well. And then just really hug this knee in as tight as it's going to go with your hands or with your blanket. And once you get it in really as tight as it's going to go, soften everything around it. So you're really drawing this thigh in, the knee in. You know, maybe your left leg is relaxed, that's fine. Maybe not. Soften your shoulders. And then just lovingly release this right leg. You can let it come out. You can rest with the arms out or the arms over your head, whatever feels good. Just take a few moments again. Keep all that great awareness inside. Now feel the vibrational energy. Okay, I'm going to stretch my arms overhead again. Take a nice big stretch. And then we'll bring the left knee in. Opposite, interlace your fingers. Make any adjustments you need. Use your strap, your blanket, or walk your hands down towards the middle of your shin if you like. Wherever you are here, find little pulses just to invite it in and out. Move with your breath. Relaxed jaw, eyes, shoulders. You can add the extension of the right leg through the heel, even the balls of the right foot, anywhere here. And then we'll bring this left knee in as tight as you can. Soften the shoulders, the hip, everything around what you can here. Breathe. And then release. And again, just be wherever be is. To just feel how that has affected your belly, the vibrational energy of your belly. Good. Okay. So our next pose will be both knees into your chest here. And you can just bring them in. You might toss a blanket over both. If you're close to the wall, Heart and I did set up close to the wall, and hugging the knees into the chest is not happy for you. And just roll to your side, come closer to the wall, and just rest your feet on the wall. Use that as a knees into your chest. It's totally fine. Okay, I'm just gonna come back. Otherwise, bring the knees in. Okay, I'm gonna stay on the bolster if it's not happy for you. But what the bolster is gonna do is just change the, you might get your knees in closer to your chest than you normally do. Just a little bit of a lift. So you can use your blanket, use your hands. Sadie, it's yoga. Quiet. And just be here for a few moments. See if you can soften, release the back, the shoulders. Quiet. And just be with your breath. Soften your glutes if you can. Just hugging your knees into your chest. This is such a healing pose. And I know it's not very comfortable for everyone. You might love it, but you might be just really breathing in and out to be here. Okay, soften yourself and receive. You feel your breath. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing now. I'm really going to hug the knees in strongly. So to do that, I'm going to pull them in, wrap my arms around as tight as I can. So maybe that's holding opposite wrists, forearms, maybe you can get opposite elbows. Maybe it's just taking your blanket and really pulling it in. But bring these knees in as tight as you can now. And once you get them there, soften your shoulders, release your low back, your belly, your glutes. Maybe you have your feet flexed. And then breathe as nice and deep and relaxed as you can. We're just going to do about 5 breaths here, so you just have maybe a few more. Smile, keep hugging, and then you get to release. And you might stretch the legs out, feet on the floor, whatever feels good, whatever you've got. Again, just drop in. Thank you. Just feel your vibrational energy right into the belly. Good. Okay, take one more full breath in. Breathe out. And we're going to come off the bolster, and we'll do it just like we're coming out of Shavasana. You bend your knees, roll yourself off the bolster to one side. Rest on your side for a moment here. Just feel, I always, when I come to the side here, I can just feel anything else that I was still holding, just slide off the back of my shoulders. And then as you're ready, you'll press yourself up. Good. Okay. So sweet. Thank you. Good. All right. I'm just going to turn and face my bolster. Then we're going to come to downward facing dog. I'm going to use the bolster to support my head. I know that's not going to work for everybody. That's okay. You know, it's progress on the path, and whatever the path is, again, it's not about the destination. If you can get your head there, you know, you can add more props onto your bolster. So I start with wherever I want my head to go. That's where, on hands and knees, I put my chest. And then I'll tuck my toes under, tuck my chin. Take a look at your feet. And just move in a way, you know, you can lift and lower your legs or bend your knees one at a time. Let's feel this upside down. You know, if your head is resting on your bolster, you might even just roll the head a little bit to the front and the back, if that works. And breathe. Whatever way you need to be here, my friends, you make it your own. Soften your eyes, your jaw. Good. I'm going to take 2 more breaths here. I'm softening through, pressing my heels towards the floor and my heels of my hands into the floor. Good. And then we'll come forward and we'll move into child's pose, supported. So you might put, you might put a blanket between your hips and your heels if you like that, or whatever it is. I'm going to use this bolster. It comes just between the knees. You know, if you have a block there, you can always use that too. And you just use your props wherever you like them and come into child's pose here. So supported child's pose. I'm going to turn my head to one side. Palms are going to face down. The elbows can go out if they, you know, that might feel really nice for your shoulders. I have my elbows kind of in and parallel. And then just breathe here. Okay, if it's too much to be in child's pose, just take a downward dog for a moment. And so my knees are wide. And soften the belly, soften the jaw. And this is this great hug we give ourselves. A lot happens in child's pose. You're stretching the tops of your feet, your hips, your knees, your shins are resting on the floor. A lot is happening. Like a newborn babe, sleeping like this. This is how babies sleep. Just feel the ease of your breath. The awareness of your body here, and that you are assimilating everything you need to just by resting. And let your jaw go, and notice if you're feeling tense in your neck, and then maybe you widen your elbows out and the neck can relax a little bit. And just feel for yourself. I hope your heart is supported. If you don't feel your heart supported, then just, pick yourself up again, add some more blankets. We're going to turn the head. You do that, keep your eyes closed. As you inhale, just lift, turn your head, rest facing the opposite way. And it's a great little neck stretch too. So let that also be softening, receiving. I am love. I am loved. I am loving. And at this moment, I am loving myself deeply. Feel the back of your heart. As if, your own mama is rubbing the back of your heart, your grandma, your grandpa, someone who took care of you and you loved. It's right here, just honoring and letting you know all will be well. All will be well. And take one more full breath. And let it go. Soften your eyes, your third eye. And like a newborn babe, just press yourself up, and you might just sit for a moment. I'm just going to move these props very slowly off to the side. Okay, we're just going to come into cat-cow. So if you need a support for your knees, you have it, put it down. And then just come onto your hands and your knees in a way that feels nice. And just start to gently move. Just moving your spine in undulation. And the head will move, the tailbone moves. Feel your breath. And just moving like water, everything through you. Feel free to keep your eyes closed. And start to find a little dance here. If that's coming forward and back, maybe staying at the peak of each pose, even for a moment. It's really being in this cat and cow, the undulations of your spine. And we'll take this into a circular cat-cow. And maybe we'll do that through the chest. So you feel your chest move to one side and up and over. And just releasing any expectations. Just by doing this movement, you are creating space for yourself, for your spine, for your vertebra, for your organs to be freer, healthier, Have more space, more breath. And feel like you are offering yourself this full circumference movement. And reverse this. Start to circle the opposite way. So I'm still moving through the chest. However you're moving, notice, you might be moving someplace else. Like it might be your tail you feel really moving. I'm going to start to move this into a figure 8 motion. So I'll take it back, shift the hips over, come forward, and move the head to the opposite side. And just go slow, feel your flow. If you need to come onto your forearms, too much for your wrists, then you can still do this, whatever works. And feel your hips move, your shoulders move. And once you kind of have this motion, your legs might be moving. Then reverse now and start to make 8s in the opposite way. How nourishing is this? You are nourishing with your breath, with your movement. This is how you avoid so many things that come our way as we age. You are as young as your spine is flexible. Good. Okay. Yes. Come back to cat-cow. And just feel a little bit more freedom. Yes. Okay, I have my toes tucked under. I'm going to take the hips back into a version of child's pose, puppy pose. And then with the hands on the floor, just start to lift your head as if you're looking forward. Breathe here. Smile. Take one more breath. And we're going to move it into Sphinx. So I'll put the forearms on the floor. Come forward. And then from here, you might walk your legs back, or you might just drop your belly. And then bring your forearms to the floor and find your Sphinx. So the palms are flat. We're going to lift the belly. Yeah, and then drop your head. Pull the shoulders away from your ears. Okay, you can soften your glutes. Give that a little try. I'm pushing the forearms down and away, shoulders away from my ears, letting the head really go. Draw the belly in. Breathe. If you can tuck your chin and bring the head, crown of the head toward the floor a little more. And then start to release this. Let the belly come down, upper belly. We're going to lift the head. And now push the forearms down and away. Take your heart back a little bit. It's just like such a micro movement. Now I'm going to start to lift the legs a little bit off the floor. It's just more back strengthening. So I'm going to spread my toes because I don't want to forget the importance of the feet, the toes. Okay, now I feel really light. I can start to take my hands off the floor. You don't have to do that. You can stretch them out to the side, forward, whatever you're doing. It's great back strengthening. We're opening ourselves. And release. And then just come down. Let your head go. Maybe you turn your head one side or forehead to the floor. And breathe. Breathe. Take one more breath. You notice if you turn your head to one side, remember which side. Okay, and then come back and lift your head. Let's start back in Sphinx. Just find it. Such a good pose, my friends. This is tummy time for babies, right? Just start to strengthen the back of your neck. Take your shoulders back, your chin in. Maybe the belly comes in. Feel all of that. Okay, I'm going to bend my knees, flex my feet. Now I'm going to turn the left forearm parallel to the floor and take the right hand back, and you might just touch your heel and be like, hey, there it is. Now look over your shoulder as much as you can. If you can grab hold of your foot, do it. And I'm just going to straighten the left leg and push the right foot out. But if you're here, that's awesome. One more breath, and then release. Come back down, turn your cheek the opposite way, and feel your vibrational energy. Feel your breath, the flow of your breath. Now soften yourself completely as if you're in Shavasana. Let everything go. And in the letting go, feel the space opening for the breath to be received. And we go second side. So again, I'll start in Sphinx. Just kind of mark myself, shoulders back, push down, take the chin in, heart back, belly in, and I'm going to bend my knees. This might just be enough. Okay, turn the right forearm, take the left hand back and reach, look, whatever is all good. If you can grab the foot, you can extend the right leg and start to push the left foot into the hand and open yourself. What does it mean to open yourself? Can you take that left shoulder back more? Can you even move the left foot a little bit to the right? And release. And then again, rest. You get to turn your head any way you like, or rest your forehead on your hands. And receive. I am more than I know, more than I realize. Your potential is endless. Okay, well, I think we have to do Dhanurasana. So, I'm going to show you guys. This is the one. You can come up to Sphinx and you bend your knees. This is, this one. But here's a nice way to do it. If it's not your favorite and you have a bolster, you can bring that bolster in and you lay on it with your hips on the floor, and then you're already like almost there. So if that, that might be helpful, but either one. So with the bolster or without, I'll stay on the bolster. You bend your knees, reach back. I love to see if I can grab the feet at the same time. And then just start to push the feet into the hands, open your wings. You take the shoulders back and smile and breathe. You're flying, you're opening. And then you can release. If you have the bolster there, you just lie over it. And then really drop in and feel the release of your energy. Okay. So from here, I'm going to take you onto your back. And if you feel you need a child's pose to kind of massage your back, then you just take a moment, my friends, and do that. From here, I'm just going to put my hands on the floor. I'm going to bend my left leg and just pop it over and just come up. So whichever one, it's all good. And then let's see. Okay, we're going to come back to lying down, and this time you might just put a blanket just for your head. I'm going to use a block under the sacrum, and you could use your bolster as well if you like. So this is just, it's just upside down. We're going to get upside down. And that just means we're going to have the hips, the heart above the head today. That's it. So you take your block, or two blocks, you can pile them one on top of the other. Lift your hips and place that block under your sacrum. And you can go at any height you like. I'm on the lowest height right now. And I'm just going to do a little bit of cat-cow here. Just arching and dropping the back in. And I'm just going to use this like a little bit of a massage. So I have the end of the block. I can feel it's right at the top of my sacrum. So it's not on my spine at all. It's really on the bone between the hips. So if it gives you discomfort, you move it down the block and you should hit okay. Okay. All right, now from here, I'm just going to do like a little bit of windshield wiper. I'm just going to drop my knees from side to side, and they don't have to go that far down, but if you want to, yogi's choice, you do what feels good. I'm just taking this a little bit of a low back massage, and now I'm going to start to circle the hips. So it's a cat-cow with a little bit of side to side. Now I'm getting some very beautiful cracking in the lower back. Just by circling, not a huge movement, and then you can circle the opposite way. I want us all to have nicely lubricated, strong spine. The spine is the essence of the body. It is the great connector. It is the snake kundalini. She lives coiled at the base of the spine, and she has the ability to rise up all the way up and break through all the barriers and things that are holding us back. So we have to create the space to allow that to happen. Good. Okay, and then I'm just going to drop in here without any movement. I'm still on the lowest height. I'm just coming back to that grounding energy of release. Letting all parts of me just drape over the block. Now I'm going to move my block onto the second height. But whatever works for you is totally great. Again, I'm on the sacrum. And I might just sway the knees a little bit as I find my place here and what is being offered in this place. And so you stay on whatever height is the place for you, where it feels good, but you feel also that you're in this bit of an upside down. So an opposite shape to how we started this class. Now I'm going to take the block onto its highest height. I walk my feet in a little bit. I lift the heels high, lift the hips high, and place the block on its highest height. But, progress on the path, and it's not about the destination. Things unfold as they should in their own time. And soften and receive this offering of grounding, this offering of transformative flow. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do here is to lift both legs in the air. So I hold on to the block with my hands so I know it's not going to sneak out. I'll heel toe my feet in, and one at a time bring the feet in, knees over the hips, and then I'll extend the legs. If that's no good, that's totally fine. You're doing the work without even lifting your legs for yourself. Okay, I have a little arch in my back, so my sacrum is on the block. I'm going to soften through the face, the eyes, the jaw, and just receive. Okay, if you want to play with balance, you can open your legs wide, but go slow. Be wherever you like to be. Take a few breaths with the legs wide, pressing out through the insoles of my feet, the inner seams of my feet. Good. And then I'll take the legs back up. I'm going to move to Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees out. So this can be challenging, can knock you off your block. Smile, be playful, breathe. And then I'll bring the knees together, extend the legs back up. Okay. And do one more thing here. I'm going to keep the left leg where it is and drop the right leg down. And it might just go, it doesn't need to touch the floor. I'm just going to find that place where I feel a nice stretch in the inner hip crease. My feet are active. My face is soft, shoulders soft. And then I'm just allowing the legs to kind of soften into wherever they are. And then I'll switch. Okay, my toes are spreading. Everything connected. I receive this offering. With your breath, with your smile, with the softness in your hands. Okay, and then you can either lift the legs back up or bend your knees and place your feet on the floor. I'm just going to be here for 5 breaths. And then we'll slip into Shavasana. I love that image of slipping into your rest. And so come off your block. Always take a few moments to just feel all that grounding energy now in your whole body. Okay, if your back feels a little tight, that's not the right word because we've really opened it. But sometimes that opening releases things, if you're tight in your back, you're going to feel that. So you might want to hug your knees in and rock a little bit side to side and circle the knees around. And just love everything you've offered yourself. This great act of self-love and of your presence. And entering into these healing waters. Okay, whatever you need here, my friends, I love, and you take a few moments to feel, I need to, maybe do a thread the needle or drop your knees over to one side and take a few moments and a little twist. Whatever you need. And then you make your way into Shavasana. And for this Shavasana, I'm just going to, I know Heart's already in it. It's so good. You're in it already. That's so good. I'm just going to use the bolster just to support my legs a little bit. So I'll take my blocks and I'm just going to create this like pie shape, like not pie you eat, but 3.14. So I'll just kind of do this and then I'm going to rest my calves on top of the bolster. So if you want to take a peek, I have it here. I'm just going to move it over. It's in position. And again, you might gather my pillow and all that stuff. You already have it, great. So just rest my calves on top here and they're actually resting on the blocks. Okay, this might move too and it might fall and it's all fine. You just kind of find your way here. Make it a beautiful, loving rest. Like you're tucking in, your most prized possession. And you are creating this space for yourself to rest, to receive, to assimilate, and to simply be. And if you feel your head needs more support, you can just reach your hands up and roll the outsides of your blanket in so you have a little bit more support for the back of your head. And that will help facilitate the rest. Let your hands be soft and open, receptive. Integrating all of the work you've done in this practice to feel yourself deep within. Into me I see. To be in this deep, intimate intimacy with yourself. I am loved. I am loved. I am loving. I'm so sorry. Stay in your rest. Staying as you are. Scanning, noticing, and releasing a little more deeply. Just noticing as you release the breath, as you release the body more, the breath has more room to be free and to freely move within you. You feel the heart space open and free. The weight you carry releasing from your shoulders, from the back of your heart. Softness in your belly. As you allow the fires and the waters to balance each other. And the water and the earth to balance each other. To be fertile and open to receive whatever is coming your way. With this understanding that you have everything you need within you to be with this place and in this space. And that all will be well. Choosing to stay in your Shavasana if you wish, for as long as you like. Great gift to be in this space of resting and consciously connecting. If you feel ready to come out, then honoring the journey. Feeling the body move and stretch and open from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. The consciousness of the space around you. Your own energy field. As you make your way into the fetal position and just hang out there for a little bit. Honor this liminal space of the in-between. Not knowing yet also understanding that what has come before you at this moment will lay the road ahead for this moment. Once you get here, and just sitting with yourself, however you like, with the hands together, resting on your thighs, or taking heart mudra, whatever feels good. Just be in your place here. Honor your practice. Honor your energy. Honor this moment where you feel calm and rested. And however you've placed your hands now, we take them out to this Libra scale, this I don't know what's happening, mudra. And feel the balance in your hands. The power and the potency and the potential and that great reminder that you are more than you know. More than you have been taught and more than you have yet to experience. Inhale as you are, and as you exhale, join these palms together with great reverence as you unite everything you're feeling and everything you're being, all the parts of you, everything that's been offered to you through the love of your parents, your ancestors, everyone who's come before you, and that there will be others after you. And here you are. You are no accident. And you've got this. We've got this. And as a great collective, as we come together to practice, this is an opportunity to send out our love, our energy, our prayers to the world. That we will emerge stronger, more connected, and more empathetic, and more compassionate, and more loving as a global society. So into that, my friends, we'll release our May We Be Blessed mantra. We inhale, lengthen tall. Exhale completely, and inhale to begin. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy, and may we be happy. And into that, we release the great pranava of Om. Inhale. Bow your chin to yourself. Namaste yourself. Bless yourself. I bless myself. And take a nice breath in. Breathe that into your hands. Lift your chin, open your eyes, and we bless each other. And we bless the world, and we bless everything. We bless you, and we bless you. Namaste, my friends. Thank you. I love you. And I'll be here on Tuesday, and we'll see you then. Yes. Thank you. I saw that. Go see your dad. All right. Thank you. Have a good day, guys.